Hi everyone, welcome back to the craft room. I've got a card in my head. I have no idea how I can translate it onto paper or if it's even going to work, but I'm going to try, and I'm dragging you along with me. I've got these paper discovery instruments. I didn't pull anything from that one, I don't think, but I've got Lost in Music wind instruments, Lost in Music brass instruments, and Lost in Music's string ensemble, and I've pulled something out of each of those. I've got some light grey, dark grey and black card, and I've got a white card for my base. And what's in my head is a partially cut layer in black, then a partially cut layer in dark grey, and then a partially cut layer in light grey of the instruments. So those three at the back, those two in the middle, those two at the front. Like I say, I don't know how it's going to work, or if it's even going to work. But I think what I should do first is cut these three down to size, and then I can do some die cutting. So I'm going to keep those sort of laid out how they are, and let me cut these down to size. Three pieces of card at the right size, and they are going to be like that. Those two are on the front, those two are in the middle, and these three are on the backs. If I put those not seen a great deal of them, am I? How big does this need to be? I think all I can do so that I can get my head around this is partially cut one of them just so I can see what I'm doing. Those two are going to go on there. So if I partially cut to about here, and that will possibly leave me with a little bit to stick to the card. Right, I'm just going to cut the first one and then see where we are and see if this is going to work how I'm thinking. Right, so I am going to pop that in there. Do a partial cut on here. I'm going to lay my plate over where I want it to cut. So let me do it the other way around to make it easier. The only bit I want it to cut is like that. And let me move that. Okay, so now I need to cut my line across, which I am going to draw because I'm not going to get that straight, I don't think. Let's draw it on the back. Where's my other scissors? Lost. There they are. I'm going to cut across here. There. Cut across there. To there. And then I just need to cut across this bit. Like that. I need to get that out. That needs to come out. Needs to come out. Okay. Let me do the next one. So I'm going to do all three now and then work out how they're going to go together. I'm going to recut the saxophone because I'm not happy with that. I don't know whether it's a bit thinner than the other dies, but it really didn't want to cut out with the others, so I'm going to do him on his own. Me make my card base, and I'll see about cutting these down and see if you like this, because it might all go in the bin. just going to let that dry, and then I'll trim it. So while that's drying, I should get a bit tidied up. cut a triangle and a recorder to see if I wanted anything additional on there. I'm just going to have a look and see if I want a sentiment on there. Just go back to old favourite every time, but now I want to emboss this in white after it's all stuck together. Probably not a good move, but I'm going to do it, and if it all goes to pot I will put a white matte layer on there. In fact, that sounds quite nice actually. Let me try and let me do a white matte layer first and see if I like that better than the embossing. there's today's card. Did it turn out like in my head? Sort of. Was it a faff? Yes. Was it worth it? Absolutely. I really like that. I think it came out really nice. So that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching and bearing with me while I try to work that out in my head. And yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Okay, bye.